Alright y'all, welcome back to Combat Arms channel. Okay, so today we're checking out some more combat footage from Ukraine. Now this particular clip, I guess it's like a completely unedited clip. This is from the 3rd Separate Assault Brigade, which looking them up on Wikipedia, pretty new unit. It looked like they were formed in 2022, but it looks like they were also formed from veterans from the Azov regiment. So I imagine a lot of these guys probably have some general experience or some pretty solid training kind of going into it. But yeah, it's about 15 minutes of raw unedited footage, I guess. And kind of like clipping through it, it looked pretty intense. Like a lot of like sort of trench warfare kind of stuff. And also a lot of mud, which yeah, is never fun. We've been seeing a lot of clips and pictures like that where people are kind of in these really crappy conditions. But yeah, it looks very, very raw. And I guess it's from Bakhmut as well. So yeah, should be intense. So let's check it out. Jeez.
Не знаю. Тут? А? Садить.
It's hard to tell where the gunfire is coming from. Okay, let me move these subtitles actually. Okay, hopefully that helps a little bit.
Куда крыть?
Alright,
Философ питает, куда крыть?
That trench looks gnarly. I don't know how they dig these, if they have like engineer support for them and whatnot, but they've been looking pretty intense. And I know digging a fighting position with like shovels or e-tools is not a fun time. It's got pretty good like concealment, but it's also not like very tall. I'm not even sure where the enemy is, like how close they are. But yeah, with the terrain here, it's like a little bit sloping. So I imagine there's like kind of a little bit of a crest. So maybe the enemy's kind of behind that as well, kind of behind this ridge. But there's also some of this vegetation, which is kind of sketchy. I'm not sure how this trench is laid out, but you know, if they kind of maneuver around this side, that might be putting these guys on edge a little bit. But I'm not sure also how many people they have in this particular formation as well. Yeah, you know it's serious when you're in like grenade range.
Вниз!
The Snickers. We've been seeing a lot of like Snickers. At least I've been seeing Snickers all over the place in this footage. Are they throwing grenades? I can't even see. It'd be hard to see a grenade incoming though. That's for sure. Oh yeah, that's sketchy. I'm not sure if he's moving to another trench. Yeah, okay. Where's the dude at? Oh dang, that's a lot of guys just in that little area.
Все, її немає, її пізда. Ну, вона клине нахуй. Все, що є, у мене в руках, і в мене є час з хуєм відео, як ми хуярились. Я понял.
So they have grenades out. I wonder how many guys they're going against right now.
Тихо, аккуратно.
I mean, this trench looks a little bit taller at least, so it definitely offers them a little bit better protection from, you know, a little bit of shrapnel kind of with this parapet here. But also just like a little bit of concealment and kind of cover, making it a little bit harder to actually see it unless you're actually coming up on the trench. But yeah, if they're lobbing grenades and whatnot, it's also a little bit nicer to have some narrow parts of the trench in case, like, you know, they are assaulting. You know, it's less of a target for grenades to be going in, but okay. They're aiming that way. So I'm trying to see where the enemy is at. Jeez, if they're right there, it's gnarly. Dude's just chilling, holding on to a grenade like that. This dude's doing some weapons maintenance. Who's firing?
Идем? Либер. Вставай.
Oh yeah. Dude, they're clearing out this trench right now? I guess they're just like unsure if somebody actually got into their trench system. Ooh, damn. When you see the dude backing up like that, that's kind of freaking terrifying.
Granat!
I hear someone. Thought. Yeah, trenches, like, you gotta have grenades. You gotta just frag these corners like this. Damn, holy cow. Now again, we've seen a lot of clips where they're kind of going through these trenches, or you're seeing like all these defenses kind of built around trenches. So I'm not sure if this is a Ukrainian trench or they just ended up capturing this kind of Russian trench setup. But yeah, you can see, I mean, there's a lot of casings, there's a lot of rockets, so this area has probably been pretty contested for a little bit of time. Dude, that's getting pretty accurate. Sheesh. Like when you hear the whiz and like followed immediately by the explosion, that's scary. Probably start hearing shrapnel whizzing through the air after that. Okay, they got it. I'm guessing that's their drone. Like if you said, I think they're shooting at the drone. I don't know, if you start hearing that and it's from the enemy, damn, that's when your heart starts going crazy.
Може. Оставить на лучшее время. Есть гранати. Нам дрончик показує, де він.
Oh, nice. Okay, so they're having the drone above them. No kidding. That's pretty close. So they're going out of the trench. Oh, damn. Oh, did his desk cover blew off? This is pretty scary. So they're assaulting right now. I guess they're going after some of the Wagner elements, if I'm saying that correctly. I wonder why they pushed out of the trench. I'm trying to see what the terrain looks like. Maybe it ends here? Or he's trying to get like a little bit of a elevation so he can lob those in. Damn, that was a good shot. But them shooting past each other is making me a little nervous too. But there's not really a whole lot of room for them to maneuver. Damn. He's doing that pretty quick too, and those are looking pretty accurate.
Хуй прилетай, сука. Мирончик работает. Работай, Мирон.
Oh, those guys are definitely concussed at this point, though.
Воги, есть воги?
Okay, I'm seeing like some sea wire kind of like here. I guess they just chucked that there to keep people from advancing easily.
Мирон, подожди, пригнись, Мирон.
Dude, he's got, how many grenades does he have? Pretty handy though.
Пидорасы, ебаные. Давай, блядь, дай вок, сука. Кидай. Е-бой.
Oh.
Бля,
Are
погоди,
you saying
сука.
E-boy or yeah boy?
Давай. Мирон! Пригнись, Мирон!
Dude. Yeah, again, there's not really a whole lot of room they can like maneuver at this point.
Блять, Мирон, сука, ходит быстро, пизда.
So hopefully they don't have like an MG set up, because this is like a very kind of linear target. But I like how he's kind of like sending it a little bit further and further.
Выход! РПГ бежит, кто работает? Посадка РПГ работала. Ебать РПГ. Я думаю, накрыл, хуй знает.
So they're getting shot up by an RPG, or they have another element kind of hitting them with the RPG. I mean, luckily, it's kind of like really open around where they are. So as far as other forces maneuvering on them, it's not very likely. Especially with what we've seen with kind of like the Russian tactics. They really stick pretty heavy to those trenches.
Дайте вок, блядь. Далеко кинул.
I'm wondering how they're going to try and push the momentum here, because it's such a linear way for them to
Чуть растяну
advance.
на вокове, чуть-чуть. Чтоб сюда, если... Вот так где-то, да. Чуть-чуть растянитесь, чуть-чуть.
And again, it's kind of tough when they don't have any communications, because if there's like another element set up as like a support by fire, maybe like somewhere this way, and they're kind of, you know, suppressing those guys that they're trying to go after, and these guys are the maneuver elements. Of course, you want to make sure that, you know, they know where you are, so they can kind of keep shifting their fire, so they're not shooting at you or thinking that you're, you know, the enemy. Yeah, that's a good point.
Минус нету.
Especially if some grenades start coming their way.
Есть. Сука.
Что, пацаны, откатываем?
Трубы забрали? Да приди. Откатываем.
I'm trying to see what that debris is. Looks like some laws and stuff, but some of that I'm not too sure what it is.
Кроешь? Ушел. Тут еще перед тобой есть?
Держим.
Держу.
Alright, so they're pushing back now.
Растянись вперед.
Вперед растягиваемся.
Вперед растягиваем.
Вперед чуть растянись.
Alright, so they're going for it. They're pushing.
У меня ХПшкой заклинило.
Пройди туда.
Иду.
Что там?
А?
Что там?
Что делаем? Крою.
Только не убейте меня.
Чтобы не подошли.
I mean, this
Аккуратно,
isn't
секс
even the
впереди
auto
работает.
translate, so
Справа в окопе секс, аккуратно, внимательно.
Да, братан.
I think that, I don't know, the translate just picking it up a little bit weird.
Готово, отходим?
Отходим.
Секс, выходи, держу. Секс, выходи.
I don't think there's sex over
Секс,
there,
отход.
but... Is that his name?
Где секс, блядь?
Oh yeah, it is, okay.
Секс. Давай, держу тебя. Давай, иди, не с этой, я стреляю, иди. Давай, давай. Не могу заклинить ХПшкой, братанчик.
It's jammed. Is there like a live grenade in there or something?
Петушара.
I've never seen the
Да,
GP. I mean, I haven't
отходим.
experienced,
Пока держим тут
I don't have
секс.
a whole lot of experience with
Держим
that,
тут.
but if our M203 jammed, that would be very concerning.
Вверх надо крыть. Мы кроем с тобой здесь.
Я свободен.
ХПшка клинула. Дать того я.
Давай, закидай.
Spread loading the ammo, I guess. It's a good call if his doesn't work.
Даю. Есть.
Есть! Крайний удар. Плюс!
Хуй знает, правильно.
Alright.
Clinch.
Well, I mean, the arty
Все, отходим.
isn't as accurate, at least, or kind of like stopped for a bit.
Отход, отход. Секс,
So
отход.
this would be a good time for them to push up, but again,
Секс, отход. Кроет.
okay, so they're breaking contact now, I guess. Oh my
Давай.
gosh.
Да, закрою! Да, закрою!
What is that? Are they still in there? Okay, so they pushed a little bit of assault, but
Все!
there are a lot of unknowns as far as like how big the enemy force is. They had the drone though. I wonder where the drone went. 'Cause that is clutch to be able to have some drone coverage while you're supporting. But of course, it is nice to have a radio to talk to those guys while it's happening.
Хуй ХПшкой четко накидывал. Я не ожидал. Хорошо ХПшкой накидывал. Куда хотел, туда и пошел.
Четко нахуй ложил вообще.
Ты видел?
Блядь, вообще.
Я охуел. Охуенно, да? Я охуел. Это я только навесом
That's a
стрелял до
hover
этого.
shot.
Сука! Хуй знает. Кому-то в голову походу попал. Что видел каску, въебал в каску.
No kidding. Okay.
Кого
Oh, when he
въебало?
was using the grenade launcher.
Осколок? Осколок?
Yeah, like seeing the raw footage like this, something else. Oh, they're literally.
Суетиться и разъедиться, блядь!
Блядь, слизь уебалы! Пидоры!
А прикинь, еще и разрезал, бля, говорю, ебать.
Is that really where they're sleeping? That's so close. Yeah, so we have like everything going on. We have like MREs. We have, I guess, like a casualty collection point or something, because I'm seeing some shears. So maybe some medical stuff going on. Okay. I don't know how long these guys have been here, but it looks like it's probably been like a
Шерлок,
couple
трубы
days
забрали?
already.
Я забрал трубы, которые эти одноразки.
But I don't know where their security is. Hopefully they pushed out some other security. I know there's one dude like in the corner over here. But with that trench being that close, it'd be hard to be like comfortable, be on edge all the time.
Можешь камерку выключить тогда? Сбоку посмотри. Нащупай.
All right, now I guess we're just gonna top off on ammo.
Чувствуешь это?
All right, damn, okay. Yeah, so just like we saw it with the one video with the Finnish Jaegers going against the BMP, it was like pretty much left in its totality. So we were able to see a lot of the sort of, not even like mundane stuff, but some of the dialogue between, you know, the people or like the inner thoughts that they're having as they're doing these things and experience everything. It's kind of cool to be able to get those kind of like personal dialogues and whatnot. And I would say in general with like the Ukraine combat footage, we're seeing a lot more of that because it is just like a lot of people have a GoPro. And of course, like it's not just, you know, this combat montage or anything crazy like that. We're not really seeing a whole lot of that in that regard. It's kind of just, you know, specific assaults or specific missions or specific firefights, things along that line. So it is kind of interesting to also kind of see how they develop, where they're actually sleeping. And again, here they're like sleeping or operating in this like patrol base really, really close to like the front line, like where that trench was. So you could tell, like, I don't know, it's like a minute walk away, and they're going from, you know, there's this trench area that was like connected to the enemy trench, I think, or that was just an enemy trench, and they kind of just set up inside of it. So it's pretty gnarly. Like, again, it's kind of hard to get a good appreciation for the scale of like where they're fighting, but also like how close quarters combat this is actually getting. And also with like the mix of trench warfare. In the Marine Corps, we trained like sort of assaulting trenches a lot. But even training in like a nice trench setup, you know, where it's got like wooden walls and everything and like kind of like a wooden floor, that's different than kind of what these guys are working with, where you can't even like walk straight because the ground is like super chewed up. There's like a bunch of debris and whatnot on the ground as well. And you got like sea wire and all this other stuff. So yeah, it's pretty interesting to also see how they're kind of working that dynamic as well. And where we're getting like the MOUT or FIBUA or kind of like CQB aspect of combats, but we're also seeing a lot of the conventional tactics like these trench assaults, and also kind of seeing how their equipment is really helping them out, helping them kind of like maintain that edge or maintain that momentum, having those grenades to be able to like clear out parts of the trench in front of them without, you know, having to take, you know, like a barricade or what have you behind the corner. And they also have the grenade launcher, which is really helpful. We kind of saw when he was in that higher elevation, he was able to hit those targets in the defilade using that indirect fire weapon system, kind of hitting those targets behind cover in the lower elevation. And yeah, we can see that's kind of a game changer when it comes to stuff like this. Now, a grenade launcher is not really something that we use so much with trench assaults, but like seeing it here, yeah, it's pretty interesting tactic how he got up and was kind of shooting down with that as well to kind of get an even better angle. So yeah, definitely a lot of interesting videos. Now, there's a lot of other videos from the channel that I saw already. Might not do a reaction to them, but of course, if you guys have anything to recommend, you can throw it down below or throw it down in the Discord so we can go and check that out as well. But of course, I'll put this original one down in the description if you guys want to go and check out that channel. But hopefully, hopefully you guys enjoyed the commentary. Again, I'll try and do some Ukraine combat footage here and there, like checking them out. It's really interesting to kind of break down the tactics and see kind of how they're adapting everything. But again, a lot of this stuff will get age restricted. So if you guys want to consider subscribing, I would definitely appreciate that as well. But yeah, that's it for this video. I'll see y'all in the next one.